Welcome back to another Canada is not expensive, you're simply doing the wrong things video. Now, most persons who are complaining that Canada is expensive, I don't have to ask you. They're living in the big cities, the Vancouvers, the Torontos of this world, and they're complaining that things are so hard and they can't afford to live. But you know that Canada is the second largest country on earth, and there's so many mid-sized and smaller cities that is quite convenient for you guys to live in as well. But no, there's not as much things to do, and the hype and the lights and you know the glimmer and the glamour is not as much as in the big cities. So what they are doing is they are pretty much choosing to live in a big city because of the excitement that comes with living in a big city. But what if you should change your perspective and say, okay then, I'm gonna go and live in a smaller city for a little while to invest some money, save some money, and so forth, so on. Like for example, I live in a mid-sized city, Grand Prairie, Alberta, 4.5 hours north of Edmonton. Population barely reached 70,000. My mortgage is $1,600 a month. Compared to what I have a 3-bedroom, 1.5 bathroom, 1,180 square foot house, right? If you should have the same house in Toronto or Vancouver, you're looking upwards of $2,500, $3,000 potentially for your mortgage. But even when I was renting a 5-bedroom, 2-bathroom house just a couple years ago for $1,650, which is impossible in a big city. Also, when you live in a smaller city, your transportation bill is way cheaper because it takes me 10-15 minutes max to get to my destination anywhere in and around the city. So from one end of the city to the other end of the city, it only takes me like 10 minutes, right? So my gas bill is cheaper, my car expenses are cheaper, everything else is cheaper. I can walk potentially and so forth, so on. So I save a lot of money back on gas, a lot of money back on car repairs, car expenses. My cost of living is relatively low. But guess what? There's nothing to do. So you're complaining because you're really paying for your comfort. So Canada is not expensive. You are just choosing to make bad decisions.